All right, there we go. We gonna get into this, man. What up, everybody? To the Real Response Podcast. We're on episode 7 now.
Podcast number 7.
Hey, this dude Wack, and that's not even gonna be the first topic, but I'm about tired of his shit for sure, though. We gonna get to him later, but just in case you guys haven't noticed, I'm just now waking up. But welcome to the podcast, man. It's episode 7. Man, first topic we're gonna get into is about 6ix9ine, and I'm happy. I'm happy he got some time, and I don't wish jail on nobody, but
Nobody.
they like we can't be, and I don't want to say we. The courts can't be out here in a way like promoting. They're doing two things at once. They're promoting criminal activity with a sidebar of snitching. They're promoting both because they're like when they have a history of letting people commit all these type of murders, right?
Yeah.
They from Sammy the Bull get to kill 20-some people, and then if they go snitch on a big fish, they let the little fish swim away, and that's a bad narrative to create for the upcoming, just people in the world for the kids. Yeah,
I feel like everybody about to start telling.
Yeah, just think about
It's
it though.
okay
If the platform that all this stuff is exposed on, this should be worldwide, from the mafia being took down to 6ix9ine shit. His shit was worldwide. It's big. It's everywhere. It's on all platforms. So when you see that these guys get to engage in criminal activity and all they got to do is flip flop on a big fish, once they get booked, then they just let them swim away. That's not cool. The 2 years is still letting them swim away, but I'm just glad that they didn't let him out right there.
Today.
Exactly.
I
today.
didn't want to see him on Instagram
just like
today.
His girl and everybody was already expecting. He still should have got more time than that though, because I don't, and like I said, I'm never that type to wish jail on anybody, but we cannot sit back and try to act like because this dude is acting like people fucked his baby mama, or even if they did, none of that shit justifies you running around engaging in criminal activity, putting hits out on people, participating in shootings, robberies, and all that, because you want to snitch on the people that they deem more worthy of a catch than you are, then that's supposed to just let you off the hook.
It's not. And actually,
it's just not cool.
They didn't really start shooting at rappers until 6ix9ine got into the picture.
Whatever beef that they had prior to, Rainbow Head Boy, it was street shit. So whenever they were engaging in shit, it was street shit. It had no association with any rappers.
So basically, he still put himself right in the middle of this shit. He's the victim to this shit, all of it, right?
Even though they have these people label, the big fish, he's basically that. Everything revolves around him in a sense, because all the from the shit with Casanova at the Barclays, from the shit at the W Hotel with Chief Keef and Tato, Trippy Red shit, to all this stuff is all industry related shit, and their only connection at that time to the industry was 6ix9ine. So any altercations that they were involved in throughout the timeline of him blowing up, it's all been behind 6ix9ine.
He orchestrated the shit, in a way,
If you're sitting in 20-pack, 30-pack on somebody, if you're saying 20-pack, 30-pack on somebody's head, you are orchestrating a hit. You are orchestrating a movement for them to just go at whoever you point the finger at.
Yeah, you the boss.
And that's why they shouldn't. That's why I was hoping that they didn't let this guy
at least 4 or 5.
But 2 fucking years.
Meek got 4 years for a Willie. It's like, come on, man.
Popping willies, and these other guys out here put hits on motherfuckers' head, and because they ratting and snitching, that they get to just walk away scot-free, almost walk away scot-free. The way I see shit, period, is that I don't think the feds should be letting anybody off the hook.
Nobody.
Just because you snitch, that does not erase the crimes you committed. If you shot 7 people but snitched on your boss, that does not mean that you didn't shoot 7 people. So you still committed either 7 murders or 7 attempted murders. So just because somebody decides to open up their mouth and fill out all the fucking rundown doesn't mean that should give them some type of immunity from being charged. I think that whole shit is bullshit anyways.
They probably just feel happy like, oh, they told me he told him more information that they didn't know, so they didn't have to do more digging and shit. But still,
they had enough to convict the guys anyways though.
Yeah, he just added more shit to it. He just like, hey,
and
you know what? And also they did this also. So it's just like, what the fuck? Like, chill out. Like, but give the man his time. That's how I feel. Like, just give the man his time, because I did not want to see that man on the internet
Give him some
today,
real time, though.
shit.
If they got 15, they should have cut him in half and gave him at least 7. I just don't think that, people should be able to snitch and get immunity because you were out there doing the crime. And that whole narrative has people that's already committing crime already basically setting up their backdoor exit.
Yeah, like Reddit.
Okay, when I do get caught, I'm sliding right out this door and giving the feds all the information, and this gonna get me back my freedom. Why is his freedom any more important than the other people he snitched on freedom?
What the media is not telling everybody, though, that we can go commit these crimes, but we're not gonna get that same less time like 6ix9ine got.
Yeah,
like
that's for sure.
They're
exactly.
They're
so
not
the people,
showing that, to the world, but
because the normal people getting way more time.
Yeah,
than
they're gonna get that. They're gonna get that. They're gonna get just because you sit there and you get caught with your homies and you think that, oh, it's cool, I'm gonna just start telling now. Like, I'm gonna get lesser time. If you think that's gonna be the getaway, I don't think that people gonna get that less time. You probably gonna get half of the years of what your homies got, or you probably gonna get the same years. And you can't tell the courts that, well, you all didn't give 6ix9ine this shit. It's not. It's not like that. But I believe that's how this generation is about to grow up now. Of just thinking that I'm gonna tell, and hopefully they do the same shit. But
it doesn't always work that way, because if anybody ever watched 48 Hours, first 48, how many of them motherfuckers snitch, and then at the end of the video, they are still being charged as an accessory to murder, or any other crime. Accessory period can get you convicted and sentenced to the same amount of time as the primary defendant got. So that's not always an escape route. It's just when people are on bigger platforms and got bigger money, it's a little bit different. It's a big case. This case is it's a worldwide case. It's not a it's not a normal case in a regular city without a bunch of tension around it, to where they just putting the cuffs on you and booking your ass and sentencing you after you fight trial, you take a plea. This is on a bigger scale, so that's why we're gonna see it play out differently. But when you see in all these,
it's played out way differently than what I expected.
Yeah, because if you watch First 48, I didn't see these guys snitch and still be getting charged. Everybody don't get off with it,
They don't.
So don't think
it's okay to tell and you gonna get out.
Yeah,
you don't get out of jail free card.
I'm gonna commit all these crimes and my get out of jail free card is just to rat on my, my homeboy that I came out the sandbox with. You motherfuckers got shitty morals anyways to be even contemplating or
and don't be just coming up with excuses just to snitch on a nigga. Like, hey, my nigga, remember?
For my baby mama. You know what I'm saying? That nigga didn't give my mom groceries when I needed. Man, fuck out of here.
He helped me with my homework. It's like, I'm about to just tell the nigga. He knows nothing about the
music business, and he's out here trying to say people stole money from him, but when they went through the books, there's no real evidence that money was stolen from him. He just didn't even he didn't comprehend that this is the business. You have a manager.
Yeah.
You have a booking agent.
You don't comprehend percentage.
You have a booking agent. You got exactly all everybody that's if you're in the middle, you have a team that's circling you. Everybody's getting a percentage. So even though you might get 100,000 a show, you don't walk away with 100,000 pocket
like
for you.
IRS.
You got to break everybody off. Exactly. Everybody's getting a percentage. Usually the manager is getting like 10, so on and so on. So he thinking just because he got booked for 100 and then he walk away with 60 that people take. No, nigga, you are paying people for their fucking service
and their job. What you don't do all that yourself. You don't book your shows. You don't book your flights. You don't do that. You
don't
just
do none of that shit.
You just rap. Like you get on there and you rap and you do what you got to do. So all that shit that everybody's talking about,
I'm still gonna keep it with fuck the snitching shit.
Yeah, you don't snitch. Snitching is
don't be snitching.
Out of
and
period.
I hope that, like, even though I know he's gonna come home and he's gonna be able to make music, I just hope he don't get welcome arms.
He is.
I just hope he don't.
I just hate that Smurda comes home the same year that 6ix9ine comes home. So they gonna glorify 6ix9ine more than they glorify the real nigga with Smurda.
They will though, but there's they both gonna have different fan bases.
We know that. We know, but
Smurda gonna have more of the real ones, and 6ix9ine got all the little suburban
6ix9ine got
kids.
the world, and I feel like the real ones from the world is way different. Like like streets in the world is way different when it comes to the internet. Like that shit has two different sides. You know what I mean and shit. So it's like. He's gonna do good. He's gonna come home with open arms. Everybody's gonna want to interview him.
Fuck him.
He's gonna do what he want to do.
Yeah, earlier today or yesterday, I already seen. I didn't click it, but just going down the recommendation list on YouTube, I seen a video, or at least like the thumbnail and the caption, should Breakfast Club interview 6ix9ine when it comes on?
I seen some other people, Complex.
You know they will. I understand that they're a business, so people, they're in the business, so I understand that's okay. But for the people that's not in like the corporate business, when it comes to like, I don't want to say hood podcasts, but more any podcasts or radio stations that's like speaking for the streets in the community, they shouldn't support that shit. They shouldn't interview them. But you already know the corporate radio stations
like
will
Hot
interview
97,
him.
like, you know,
they'll interview him.
But I still even think the rappers that said he's a snitch gonna accept him, because they're gonna look at them numbers and they gonna want that money. Like, you know, they gonna want to
I don't think it's the real street ones. I think it's those ones that straddle the fence that like to rap about that shit, but that's not really living or really came from it. Those are the people that will do songs with them. But you're not gonna catch Fabulous, Meek Mill, like the ones that really came from the trenches doing a song with him.
You think
you're not gonna catch them guys doing a song with that nigga?
What about Blueface? You think Blueface is gonna do a song with him?
I think Blueface will, because he's a controversy type of person. Like he's always trying to start up some controversy, whether it's with some shit he's putting on the internet, whether it's with some dumb shit he says in a song. So what would that do for him? His career's already died down since Tatiana was his last booming hit, and everything he could do now is just start up some fucking shit on the internet. So I believe he will try to do a song with the guy.
I think he will too. So just the way how his career's going, just the way how everything's going, and everybody do the shit for clout and
do a bunch of shit for clout.
He does a lot of shit for clout, but I'm gonna speak on him about what he was saying about podcasters need to stay in their lane, comedians need to stay in their lane, which is kind of true of how I feel about, you know, if you're a comedian, the rappers, we not gonna take you serious. You know, no rapper's gonna take a comedian serious. That's just like if Kevin Hart came out with a song and he's trying to be serious, we gonna look for something funny for him to say, you know. So I agree with
the image that you already presented to the world. So you kind of this is why I always like say that how you present yourself to the world, make sure it's how you want to be presented. Yeah. So you don't want to go viral for doing backflips off a fucking roof. You know what I'm saying? But your whole goal is to be a rapper or to be this, because those people that
now we just know you
go
for
viral know you for that. So they're looking for you to be a fucking Olympic flipper. They're not looking for you to be
a rapper.
Bars.
You know, so
that's just.
That's true.
Like they say, first impression is everything.
Yeah, what he's saying, you know, and then he said we can't tell you about his profession, you know. What's that's dope. Like
that's not true. How could so you're trying to say no one else has an opinion because they're not in your profession?
No, I'm not saying that. As what he's saying is y'all can't basically tell me what to do, like, you know, with his music. I think that's what he's saying, like, you know, telling them like y'all can't tell me how my music is as y'all comedians. How the fuck y'all gonna tell me how to make my music if y'all comedians, you know?
But are people telling him how to make his music, or people just telling him he a shitty ass rapper?
Well, he won't never voice that, saying like, hey, y'all telling me my music shitty.
Most people just, if you look at the comments, like the consensus is that he doesn't know how to rap.
He doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? He making hit songs off of, in a way, still controversy, but he don't know how to rap. So you can't say because somebody's in another line of line of field of work that they can't have 2 cents to spread on whatever it is
that's very true.
Motherfuckers still all listen to music. So just because I'm not a rapper or I'm a football player or basketball player doesn't mean that I can't have an opinion that this music is shit.
Yeah, and that's true what you're saying.
That part I don't agree with. You saying that's dope. That's dope.
No, I'm saying that's dope. I'm saying it's dope that he has that confidence that I don't give a fuck what you tell me.
That's not confidence. That's just ignorance. It's cool to have I don't give a fuck what you tell me. I'm gonna do me. But that's
not confidence.
That's confidence. But I'm saying
that's
what you were speaking about before that. You was speaking. You said it's dope. Literally right after you were saying.
I understand that.
Comedians and nobody can have an opinion on what I do. If you're not a rapper, you can't speak to another rapper.
Well, that's what basically he was trying to tell Shiggy and everybody else.
What did they say about his music? Did they say it was shit?
They just said that. I think.
What did they say? What triggered his response to them for him to come up with these dumbass fucking?
He didn't say. They didn't. He didn't say nothing. It was an interview that Shiggy just popped up.
Just literally just
it
left
was
field. He just
left field.
About comedians.
Shiggy's right there.
That must mean recently some comedian had to speak on him if he feels that he just has to come out nowhere.
Lil Duval, how you say my
Lil
man's
Duval.
name? Yeah, Lil Duval. You know, I think it's mainly him because it seems like he's attacking him right now. You know, and he's just like living my best life. You know, like that song is. You know, that song's a great song. I like that song. That song is better than Tatiana or any song this man
just
dropped.
Because you come out as a comedian doesn't mean you may not have a knack for being an artist.
Yeah, or you want to be an artist. You just came out with a comedian. This door open for you to be a rapper. So I will understand like if he's trying to get there saying like, hey, look, I'm a comedian. I didn't mean to be a comedian, but it happened like that. So it's just like shit. I'm trying to be a rapper as well. But you know, with him speaking on Living My Best Life song, saying you know that shit was a year ago. Ain't nobody playing that shit right now. He just recently dropped.
But how many songs he had that's a year ago that ain't nobody fucking playing right now?
And I honestly took him as a joke as a rapper. When he came out talking about, he came out with a mop.
With the mop?
Yeah, I took the shit very funny. So I thought like, oh, he's a comedian rapper, you know? I didn't take him as a serious rapper. He holds no longevity with this music, you know what I mean? So, like, with him telling him, he like, you want to listen to somebody that got shit or you want to listen to somebody that don't got shit? Basically, how I felt
Lil
like...
But Lil Duval got shit, though.
Yeah, but...
So that's still a frivolous statement.
Yeah, so it's just like, if he even talking about podcasters, I don't know if he was talking about me. You know what I mean? And shit saying podcasters ain't shit. We can speak on them. I'm going to speak on anything I want.
Podcasters out here getting money, too.
Yeah, you know, you see Joe Budden. Shout out to Joe for what he doing, #1 on Spotify, you know. But just what he just saying about making how he feel like he made it. If he thinks Jury is making it and all this other shit, he, you know, I'm not just going to determine his success or what he thinks his success is. That's his, you
determined
know, like,
by
whatever he thinks it is. But you know, like how I feel about with the jury and all that. If you really don't even know what your contract is, like dog, you can't really speak on the music business or you can't really speak on anything about music because you don't even know how much whack is taken from you. You know what I mean? Unless you just waking up and you're not really understanding shit that's just going on.
I'm just now waking up.
You know, like
down aisle 7, grocery bag full of shit. Hey y'all, I'm just now waking up.
You know, like you got to come with some. You're gonna have to come with some better rap, or you're gonna have to come with some. You're gonna have to end up being a comedian. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like the shit that you say some right shit, then you say a lot of wrong shit.
The whole thing is that this is what is he 0 for 2? This a week ago he had the altercation going on with Young Bro. The thing is he doesn't know how to articulate his thoughts properly. Yeah. So it's like he's hitting somewhere, you know, he's hitting somewhere around the ballpark of a message, but he just doesn't know how to like finish it off. And I think more so what he was like trying to convey was that when you come in the game presenting yourself as a comedian, the transformation from comedian to rapper, that it's not an easy it's easy road because people are already looking at you in the comedic light. So it's hard for you to transition from being a comedian to a rapper because most people are not going to take you serious. It doesn't mean that it's not possible, but
because it's possible.
It is possible. But if we're going down the history of the ones that tried to make that transition, it's been a difficult transition all the way from Joker head, tattoo face all over. What was up with Young Bunk or what was his name?
Yeah, Boom Gang. Yeah, Boom Gang. He come over there and steal.
You clearly see
nigga stole my mom chips.
He didn't die the fuck down. His transition was damn near obsolete. Like
he was just for the clout though, because right now he feeling all bad that he even did anything.
Yeah, you know, because now he's facing reality. Now he's getting off of drugs. I heard a song from him. It was alright, but the whole thing is you're gonna get the views based on the
who
people
you are.
Know you. But that does not.
That's not a solid
support.
fan base.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
just
not
because
real support when it comes to streaming your shit or purchasing your shit. And it's the same thing with Fatboy SSE. He tried to make that transition too, and it hasn't been an easy transition.
Yeah, but he already said, don't tag me in that bullshit. You know, don't tag me in that. I'm an entertainer. You know, don't tag me
because he
shit.
knows that he falls right into that motherfucking boat.
But it's like, hey, I thought about him when Blueface thought about.
He's one of those comedians that tried to transition to rapping and it didn't go well.
You know, so if he transitions to acting, then I will understand that. Like, you know, but like rapping.
Well, he has started that.
Well, yeah, he did that with the I Got the Hookup too. You know, so I understood that. Like being an entertainer, it's like I'm an entertainer. You know what I mean and stuff. So it's like you can't just place him as a comedian. You know, if he's just gonna if he's an entertainer, if he's doing things just like Steve Harvey. We can't just place him as the king of comedy. We can't just place Bernie Mac as a king of comedy when these mans did TV shows and talk shows and all this shit. You know what I mean? So it's like now they're an entertainer. They're just not that comedian that did a TV show. It's like, no, you know, they do live TV shows and they, you know, they're an entertainer now, you know. So I just feel like he was very wrong with that shit.
That analogy is a little bit different.
Now,
but I see what you're trying to say. Basically, like you're basically saying you don't put somebody in one box because they could do a plethora of things. But that transition from being a comedian to that's the norm. A comedian goes to doing a movie, talk shows. That all correlates with each other. Okay, that's way different than actually being a comedian and going to being a rapper. Like, or being a rapper than trying to go be a comedian. Like, nothing's impossible, but those two things are just, the comparison is not, like, on the money.
Okay.
But I understand what you're trying to say. And, like, basically, don't put someone in one box.
He just got to deliver the message better. If he delivered the message better, he would be 0-2.
He just doesn't know how to articulate his thoughts.
Just like with Young Roll, everything he said, I think he's fully retarded. That's Coming outside with a mop, no, you know, nothing. Yeah, you kind of retarded with that, you know.
No water.
About, you know.
Empty mop bucket.
Yeah, catch him slipping. How you gonna catch him slipping? Ain't no goddamn water in the goddamn mop, you know. But, you know, like, with these rappers giving off messages, man, like, you know, I just think a lot of rappers right now are sending a lot of missed signals and wrong messages to their fans right now because they kind of hurt off of Juice, so they feel like they shouldn't rap about drugs or, you know, talk about their drug addiction.
This is what we talked about probably a couple podcasts ago, and just in our normal daily talking it's all about the wave. Everybody want to ride the wave if they see other people on the wave. If that wave is lonely, motherfuckers is not gonna go chase that wave.
That's true.
Every time an artist dies, there is a wave that's moving, and they don't want to miss it. And that wave is exploit death. Keep posting shit saying rest in peace this person, posting messages, posting Instagram statements, like all this shit.
Yeah, the wave right now is supposed to be Mormon. Like, you know, like,
yeah, exactly. Like, this what comes after.
They
all
want
that
Smoke
shit.
Perp, like they told Smoke Perp, like, shouldn't you be sad that Juice WRLD just died? And he had said, like, what the fuck? Y'all supposed to see me sad every fucking day or something? Like, you know, like, I guess.
Who the fuck is fans are trying to tell somebody that they should be sad anyways?
Day, like, you know, it's just, I guess that's the wave how they feel that, you know, just like how they were on Blueface as, how you ain't saying rest in peace to Nip? Nigga, he never knew
He didn't know the nigga.
So, you know, he knew Juice, so he gonna say rest in peace Juice. Like, you know, but you don't see him saying.
And I bet if we was to go check his comments, you will have some people that's Nip fans that'd be mad. You told Juice.
Yeah, no, they already did that. You know, he already did that. And
that part he was just being real about. Yeah. Like, once again, the internet wants everybody to hop on.
Oh, so he's not 2-0. He's actually
I'm talking about
1-2. I'm talking about Blueface. We're gonna go back.
I'm talking about for the last 2 weeks though. I'm talking about what the things he's saying.
Yeah, okay,
that was something he was doing. That was more of an action. But the things he's been saying, he's 0-2 in the way that he's articulating the message. He's just not putting it together properly. Even though if a person's listening, they can kind of figure out what he's trying to say. But he's 0-2. You 0-2, nigga.
Well, yeah, you know, like I just feel all these rappers right now with these messages, they giving mixed signals because
wave boys,
like they're gonna tell you they're gonna stop doing pills and with all this shit. But I feel like that's cap because they know that's the wave, and that wave's gonna ride on kind of like forever. You know what I mean?
Look, if these niggas was being real about any of their statements, they wouldn't be able to tell us right now they're not doing drugs because they said they was gonna stop drugs when Mac Miller died. And then before Mac Miller died, when Lil Peep died, they said that they was gonna stop doing drugs then.
It's all cap.
There was another one in between or before that one. So if these niggas was being real, we wouldn't even hear these statements now that they're gonna stop doing drugs because they will be off the fucking drugs from the last 3 people that died. When Fredo passed away, we done with lean. Lean ain't worth it. We losing the people in our community. You know? So why are we back at this same motherfucking like threshold with everybody saying I ain't gonna be doing drugs? You said this the last 4 rappers that died.
Yeah, like Smoke
That's
Perp.
Why I say they riding a fucking wave.
He Smoke Perp, he supposedly been done with, he went to rehab for drugs. You know, last year. That's what he said. He went for rehab for drugs. But if you listen to his music now, still today, the man's talking about like he's using drugs, you know. So it's like, why the fuck are you sending this mixed message out when y'all was on Future when Future said he was done with using lean, and then he still, y'all was on him like, well, why the fuck you still pushing it out there? You know, it's just like, hey, you know, like Future knows, and he wasn't scared to say like, shit, it's the wave. That's what motherfuckers doing, like, you know. So basically, if it's gonna sell, like it's gonna sell, like, you know, you can't be mad at the drug dealer. You got to be mad at the people that's really buying it. Like, you know, a drug dealer is just a drug dealer, you know. But
they operating just like the government. They want to be mad at the drug dealers and not at the druggee.
Yeah.
No one is forcing the druggee to purchase the drugs.
No,
right? We all have willpower. We all make our own decisions. So it doesn't matter what you become addicted to. If he doesn't get it from this drug dealer, he's gonna get it from another one. So that's not the source of the problem. The source of the problem is the user, the one that's purchasing the drug. It stops with that person. It doesn't stop with the fucking dealer. Because even if there's no illegal dealer, you can get these fucking drugs prescribed from a pharmacy. So once again, it does not start with the person that's supplying the drug, because the governments are out here supplying them up the ass.
Yeah.
The pharmaceutical company is supplying all these drugs.
But the rappers supply it to the youth and then using it at the same time. So it's actually like the rappers the rappers are control of all of this shit right now, like, you know. But what I'm saying is, if they gonna stop this shit, just completely stop. But it's super cap right now, and they just attaching this shit to Juice WRLD. What we were saying on podcast 6, that rappers attaching they shit, you know, to death. Like, you know, that's the only thing they doing is right now they just riding a wave just because they just feel like Juice died. But I guarantee you, these songs are about to come back out again of partying, sex, money, and drugs. That's what the industry is over with.
Too on the one part, because I want to contest that, because you said that everything is in the hands of the artist. I believe they hold a big level of responsibility, but if we was gonna look at it from the perspective from the outside looking in, I would think maybe, listen to this, I would think maybe the fans control more, because just think about it. The rappers are going in the booth rapping about what's being supported. If, like we spoke about before, if I'm making a certain type of music that's being praised and supported and it's helping me get the bag, why would I stop?
Right.
And that's why I'm saying, if we look at it from a different perspective, the fans can alter this whole drug wave. If they stop supporting the drug music, what the fuck the artist gonna do? Go back to the drawing board.
And say, I need to give them what they want.
What the fuck is going wrong? And they're gonna realize, oh, okay, they're not supporting this drug wave anymore.
I can't sell
Let me
weed
start
to a
rapping about other
crackhead.
shit.
True.
That's what I'm saying. So they do control. They control. At the end of the day, they got more power than they actually know they do. Because if they just went on a fucking strike and stop going to the shows for the artists, and this is a crazy, you know, way of thinking, but it's actually realistic.
No, it is real. It is real. If that really happened.
Exactly. If they was to do this,
it's like a strike. If fans go on strike,
fans was to say, we don't want no more of the people we love dying. We don't want no more. We're not going to the fucking shows until you guys change up the shit y'all rapping about. Stop promoting drug use. Wop. I guarantee you will send these artists back to the drawing board. You will send the fucking executives at the labels back to the drawing board, and they're gonna say, we can't rap about this no more. We need you guys to put this out. This is what they want to hear, and we need to make the money. The fans, you guys hold more power than you guys actually realize. Y'all can change the outcome of the music that's being released if you guys just stop supporting all this drug shit.
That's very true. That is fucking true. I'm going on a strike tomorrow.
I'm telling you, just think
about
that
that. I might
shit.
be by myself, but I'm gonna go on a strike tomorrow and shit. Like, you know.
Fuck it. Think about that shit.
Nah, that's very true.
So we blame it on the artist, but the artist is literally making. There's some artists that's gonna make what they want regardless.
Yeah.
But at the end of the
that's
day,
because they fans feed onto that, and they fans buy that.
If they stop getting supported and they release some shit,
they're gonna come back to the drug shit. Yeah.
And they're
gonna go to something else.
They will go to something else. Like this is artists that there's been some artists that tried auto-tune, it didn't work for them. They moved on. There's a lot of people that came to auto-tune because right now it's booming and it's the
working.
wave.
Yeah. I just seen Meek saying he's about to hop on auto-tune.
It's the same thing
because to ride with the young bulls, you know. And I'm like, shit, go ahead. That's what's being supported.
Everybody want to hear. They want to hear melodic tone singing with a little bit of motherfucking auto-tune in. That's just what's popping. That's why you see all the up-and-comer, you know, 16 to 25-year-old artists, they're coming in the game auto-tuned up and coming with a melodic singing tone on all
and
tracks.
And everybody rocks with it, you know, because that's the wave right now. You know, that's the wave. That's the wave. Anything you go against the wave, you're going to get washed up. People don't like looking washed up.
Nobody want to get washed up.
Nobody want to get washed up.
That's why you see Game been washed up and this nigga keeps trying to climb out the fucking water. Tell me how this guy, Michael Jackson's been dead for 10 years. He died.
Oh, man.
He died in 2009 in June. It's been a couple months
I cried that day.
A couple months over 10 years.
Rest
Knowing Game's behavior, right? We all know this man needs the clout. You know, that's why I'm coming up with a segment called For the Clout, because this type of nigga needs this type of shit. You're trying to tell me you let all these years, the first year, the second year, and all this time you're clout chasing for attention while you're promoting music, right?
Yeah.
And you never thought to bring. Not that anybody gives a fuck about
saying Michael Jackson. Wait a minute, you didn't even
50 and Game beef is so old, no one cares about it anymore.
He didn't even put as an artist, I know artists personally, you know. So as an artist, I think on your last album, you would have stated that Michael Jackson wanted to do a song with you.
This nigga can't hold nothing in. He would have stated it as soon as fucking Michael Jackson died for clout. If that shit was real,
that's true.
He would have stated that shit
true.
right away.
And why you even post Michael Jackson since he been dead, but you post Nip every day?
Because he released that album.
Hey, my bad. It just hit my head. This nigga changes his Lamborghini now. His Lamborghini is black. And I could have sworn I stated that after he dropped his album, he will stop promoting Nipsey the way that he did.
He get painted. He probably just got rap on it. You can get
he got it wrapped. Yeah, you got it wrapped with Nipsey face on it. And now
with Nipsey Blue.
Yeah, now he has the his whole Lamborghini is different now. And I just feel that's kind of weird, and you was just doing it for the clout of what we getting back on. You know, he's just doing the shit for the clout because it's like
10 years later, he wants to say Michael Jackson called me to end the 50 beef. Why would Michael Jackson have any investments into? Why would he be invested in you guys not beefing or beefing? This dude is a fucking pop star king.
He really likes 50 Cent music. I didn't know he was a Games fan. You know, I know he was a 50 Cent fan, and that was from Chris Tucker, you know, because Chris Tucker was, you know, he fucks with him. But how I feel is, you want rappers on Michael Jackson's album, he wanted you guys to stop that to be on his album? That's super cap. Like, that's cap.
Oh, see, I didn't even hear the whole shit.
Yeah, he said he wanted to be on his album.
So he wanted us to stop beefing to get on his album?
Yeah.
Come on.
You would have stopped that.
This nigga just released his fucking supposedly
Born
last
to Rap
album.
And if that was my baby mama on that album cover, I'm calling CPS as soon as my baby born.
Hey, look, he just released that, and just like the last probably 8 projects, or at least those projects that was put in the last 8 years, he has a number he hits. It's consistent.
20 to
25,000 is what he sells. First week, you know, that's what he sells. And then he does the campaign after of going around making up more fabricated stories just to try to get some more sales on the back end. It's the same big shit he had with the Kim Kardashian, naming all the Kardashians, saying he fucked them all. Before that,
saying this right now,
calling Meek a rat and all this dumb shit. Like, this is what he does to sell records.
Nobody getting shot.
He starts all this motherfucking controversy around his album release, and it still doesn't spark no ignition in these sales. That shit still stays the same, so I don't see why.
I believe everybody's just saying he's super cap. Like, we grew up, how I feel, our generation, we grew up to, we grew up to Game. So it's like
the masses came to the conclusion that nigga just caps off.
And we older now, so
no
it's
one
just
hear
like
this shit.
You cap. Like, we older. The people that's your fans are older now, so we gonna see if you cap.
No bullshit.
These young kids, they really not even caring who the fuck a Game is. So they're not paying attention.
He's not rapping to what their ears is used to.
They will listen to 6ix9ine more than like, 6ix9ine's on this gangster shit more than they listen to
what
he's
doing is he's basically pushing off. He's pushing his real fan base further away from him. The more they see him conduct himself in his clownish way, like this nigga stays performing in the circus every fucking chance he gets.
He's a clown.
He's a clown.
You know, he just has to be. He's just waking up. I guess he's not really noticing shit. But hey, if your manager a clown, then you're gonna be a clown. So hey, Wack is his manager.
Exactly.
He has to be a clown.
So all that shit is doing is basically
rubbing
shit, off of the Wack right onto Game, or who knows, it could have rubbed off Game to Wack, because Game was fucking a clown from the gate. The internet just wasn't on the scale that it is now for people to actually
nobody see that. You know,
back in the days. So
in the internet, we wasn't really on the internet that much for Game to really show his ass
in the beginning
off
of his career. Exactly.
He would have been showed himself.
He is who he is. It just took for this internet to blow up to where now he can basically post whenever he wants, and you can't erase the shit you end up saying at the moment.
Stay away from the social media
because you can't erase once you put it out there. You can say some dumb shit because you were just speaking out of turn, not thinking shit through, and you didn't process your thoughts. So you just shot those thoughts out.
And now they own you, just like our Blueface.
And then what everybody do on the internet. Clip your shit out, start tagging motherfuckers, come attacking you. So that's why some people just refrain from the internet, because then they don't have to worry about the backlash from them just saying some outlandish shit that they didn't even think out before they just blurted out.
True. That's very true.
That's why he's staying that shit. But did you see that? This the other topic I wanted to talk about too. Off of that one, it's not related to that, but that Charlamagne the God in a Meek interview. It's this misguided connotation that you guys have over the comparison of real and street. They keep putting these two together as if, not necessarily together, but they're putting street nigga in the place of real nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
that's two different things.
That's what I'm saying. And this has been like a campaign, and not a campaign just for Charlamagne the God, but I'm saying in general, it seems to be a big confusion. So when these people are giving interviews, doing interviews, and they're talking to these artists of why they don't want to like leave the streets alone, being real ain't this and this and that, they keep having this misguided, thoughts of what a real nigga is. It's not the same thing as a street nigga.
Yeah.
So
they can't be a real street nigga.
Yeah, you could be a real street
Nipsey
nigga.
Hussle, that's a real street nigga. Like, real,
But they mix it too when they keep saying like, man, being real is stupid, blah, 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 blah. It don't do nothing but get you in jail or get you killed. And they really mean that being a street nigga basically has a dead end at the end of the road. Being real is not. Being real has nothing to do with the streets, nothing to do with the hood, nothing to do with poverty. Being real is in an individual. You could be black, white, from London, from the States. You could be from anywhere. Being real is just being real within yourself. Accepting who you are, being you no matter who you're around, and standing on something. Having moral grounds that you stand on. That's what being real is. Yeah. Being a street nigga is actually being involved in activities that revolve around the street.
I got a gun, I got a drugs,
exactly.
I'm in a gang.
That's street nigga shit. And you guys keep mixing this up because they had the interview where he was trying to ask Meek, like, well, don't you think, like, shouldn't we get away from this whole age of everybody needs to be a real nigga because it's tearing down our culture, is destroying our people. No, real is not necessarily doing that. That's niggas that's still thinking the street way is the way to succeed. Street niggas, that's the policies that gotta change. Niggas need to basically graduate from that part of their life and stop thinking they should conduct themselves in the street way every chance they get. That's what's leading people to failure. That's not being real. Because I want everybody I associate with to be real. I don't want to be next to a nigga that I'm supposed to be cool with, and then he go behind my back as soon as he with another nigga
and leave man, fuck that podcast.
That's related with being real. Is that because that wouldn't be real of him if he acting like this way in front of me, and then when he gets next to somebody else, he has a whole book to say about a nigga that he ain't saying when we face to face.
And just like how Meek said, being real don't mean that I'm gonna take your oh nigga, I'm not trying to make it seem wrong. No, I don't want to make it seem like it's wrong. Like, because
I said it was wrong. I said let us know.
No, it's just like saying I don't. Being real in street, like I don't want to go down for your gun. Like I don't.
That's the part of being real, though. That was the part. Yeah, exactly.
It's just like be real and accept your charge.
Yeah, if we both got booked and I'm driving in a car, don't toss the gun under the seat.
Yeah, and say we both going down. We some real niggas.
Because if y'all don't know how it goes, if a car is found in a vehicle, they taking both you guys to jail, and in court it's gonna end up sticking whoever is the registered owner of that vehicle. But initially, you guys are both going to get arrested. You, 3, 4, whoever. The car is going to get arrested if no one mans up to that gun on the spot right there.
The car don't get arrested.
You said the whole car. I mean, like everybody's in the vehicle.
I know what you mean, but you said
everybody in the car, whether it's 4, 3, everybody's getting arrested if no one stand up for the charge. It's not about who the gun was closer to. So that was the other part what Meek was saying, like, nigga, be real. That's why. That's my whole point. Why I'm saying that's being real as a man. You should be standing on moral ground.
Stand on
nigga,
something,
if this is your gun, my nigga, take the gun charge. Not that a nigga gonna snitch, but it should never even come to a conversation like that, because nigga, you hopped in the whip with a strap. That's your strap, nigga.
You showed that you a street nigga when you got the strap.
Yeah,
now show that you a real nigga and accept that your charge,
my nigga,
that,
as a man.
So now so that would just show you right there. Go get in the car right now with your homeboy, with your gun. You a street nigga. Now go get caught up with your homeboy
and be a real nigga
and take that
your
lick,
motherfucking lick.
And see, then that's when you're gonna know if you're a real street nigga. You know what I mean, and shit. But gosh, I don't think people still want to get that shit right.
Every time I hear those interviews,
I don't think they're going to get it right. Nobody's never going to get it right.
It's like no matter what, they keep like correlating those two as the same, and they're fucking not. A street nigga's a nigga that's in the street conducting all his actions around street shit. And a real nigga is just basically a man that got morals that he's standing for. Nigga gonna stand for something so he don't fall for anything. That's what being real is.
A street nigga can say, hey, nigga, come on, we about to go shoot these niggas 4-5 penguins.
And
like,
now you could be a real nigga.
You say,
and
no,
if you
I'm
know
going
that
home
you
with
don't
my
want,
kids.
Exactly.
Now you being a real
You're
nigga.
not following the wave. You want to separate yourself from that. So now I'm not about to slide. Like, I'm going to the crib. I got my son for the weekend.
About to play
That's
Pokemon.
You being real.
You know, like you being a real nigga.
Not letting somebody else pressure you to doing shit you don't want to do. Being yourself, like I said from the beginning, being real is basically being yourself.
Yeah.
You know, not afraid to be yourself no matter who you around. Yeah. Y'all got to get that straight. Like Stop mixing the two. Because real and street ain't the same. You could be a real street nigga, and that's just following the code of the streets. But being real more so is correlated to being a man. Yeah. When a nigga has reached that status of being a real man, he have morals that he stand on, all in his character. That's what you can correlate real to, is basically just being a man. The other two, they don't mix.
Not at all, you know. These niggas is not going to get it, though, because I'm like right now, if I was not a street
confused.
nigga, a nigga would be like not confused. They'd be like, so wait a minute, please explain this again.
Me this whole time I ain't been a real nigga?
Yeah, I just been street.
Nah,
like,
you dumb nigga, that's still ain't what we said this whole fucking time.
Niggas not going to get
niggas
this shit,
is not paying no attention.
It's double R real response, man.
What did you had anything else you wanted to cover? Or that was the ending of it or what?
No, I'm just waking up. Else, I'll speak on my.
Okay, then we out of here, man. Episode 7. Stamped in the books.
Make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. We should have told y'all from the beginning, but we still late with that. You guys do anything, show you guys fucking with us.
Get in there. Let us know y'all definition of what real is in the street. And shit, you either right or wrong. And if you ain't saying what we just said, then nigga, you don't know what the fuck the difference is. But get in the comment section. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that ain't got nothing to do, go tell Wack that nigga face look all gravelly. But we out of this bitch.
And I'm just waking up.